May knows, and I love the way
I
she
love
plays
the way
that.
I love the way how she knows, but she doesn't say anything.
I love the way she's sitting in the corner of the room
People
going,
keep
you know.
things from each other.
People-
Even from the people they love.
Yeah.
You know, she like, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about,
She's
Peter,
like,
I know.
you know.
This is the moment to tell me we're being open and honest with each other. Nope. Alright, well, fine then.
No, yeah, she's in the corner of the room with the newspaper like, you know, Spider-Man's not been around in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone ought to...
Seems like people need him.
Yeah.
Huh?
Perhaps you should get your ass out there.
Yeah. He was already really haunted by the fact that like Gwen Stacy's dad was dead, and you know he blames himself for that.
That is the plot device that makes this a standalone movie too. It's like the way he keeps appearing. That's the one thing you need to fill in that hole, and there you go.
So I did feel like a part 3, like leaving that emotional turn, because like it's like he feels like it's his fault why Gwen is dead, and in some ways you might go, it kind of is your fault a little bit, you know.
You did all you could, and it wasn't quite enough.
It's like I could see how that could be really compelling trauma to watch him go through that, and you could see like anger come out and all this other stuff. Like I felt like we could have gotten a really interesting side of Peter Parker if we had a part 3 where they took the time for that, and then they could have introduced Venom, and it would have been cool.
I imagine they will though, especially because if they're gonna introduce Mary Jane, I don't know what they're gonna do. I think they would be very smart if they sort of explore that whole like, I'm kind of responsible for my last girlfriend's death. I don't know if I'm ready for that, and then like end that movie with them getting together.
Oh, yeah.
Like I think there's still territory to explore, even though they only wrap that story up in this one so much as he goes back to being Spider-Man as a way to, I mean, because he has a moral duty, but also I imagine probably as a way to distract himself.
This guy I thought would steal the fucking screen every time he was on. Dane DeHaan. I loved him in this film. I really like his portrayal of Harry Osborn a lot.
It took me a few minutes to get used to him because of the way he speaks, and there's a lot of looping in those scenes. He has a very sort of laid back way of talking about stuff.
It doesn't seem like it quite fits his face.
Yeah, so for the first couple scenes I was like, okay, kinda, and then when they really let the camera be with him for a while, I was like, alright, I like what you're up to. And I was very happy that scene played out differently than Peter Parker, Harry Osborn.
I prefer watching his version over James Franco's weird, sad, but charming.
Well, you know, because he's a slackery fuck up. But like, I like what Dane DeHaan does here, and that's the only thing that bums me out about the way that story goes, is because like, wow, I really like this guy. I wish I could see a movie that devoted more time to him.
Yeah.
He had subtlety to it, especially when we first see him, because he just kind of hinted at being tortured. I did think that there was not enough of an arc in his character to get so upset. Like, I understand the reasons why, but he kind of started off at like an 8 and then went to a 10, and then once he reached 10 you can't really go higher than that. So that was my only issue with him. I do, however, prefer him to James Franco.
When he gets to the breaking point, so we seem to have a minor disagreement here, Lexi, and that's okay. You can have your opinion, I have mine. Doesn't mean we have to hate each other. He's like breaking into the jail, and he's like talking, like that moment where he's talking to Max, and he's like saying like, yes, I need you, and stuff. That was a really good fucking scene.
Well,
and I felt more of his drive more than I did feel Max's.
That scene really does give them like, yeah, I can see why these two dudes are about to work together.
I feel like a lot of times when they team up, it's kind of like forced, when it's like, yeah, we would know, I'll help you, but then I'm gonna stab you in the back. It was like, no, they really had a common goal, and it was like,
more than just we both hate Spider-Man.
And when he said to him, I know what it's like to be left behind, I know what it's like to be forgotten, Max still remembers that past that he has of no one noticing him, of no one seeing him. That's like a bond other than the whole we're mad at Spider-Man.
The one thing I wish there had been more explanation for was like the one time we see Norman Osborn. Harry, I got a bunch of shit to tell you. Don't mind my crazy ass monster hands though.
Oh, see, I got the sense that he already knew what his dad was dying of.
You know what I like is how they're teasing J. Jonah Jameson. You know, like they haven't shown him. He wasn't at all in the first one, and then you tease his personality in this one. And I was hoping we could see like at least a cameo of whoever it is.
Oh, he was the one in the email who was like, no.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
I think they should just get J.K. Simmons back.
I really think they should.
I think that would be great. great.
He was really good.
I was hoping that's what they would do with this movie, is like just show him as like, oh my god, they brought him
That
back.
is one thing I will say about this movie. It's a testament to the fact that the script was very good, that all of these name actors came in and did parts, and a lot of them had smaller parts. When he and Harry reconnected, that was a really strong scene, especially out by the water and stuff. The only problem I had with it was that they kept saying it's complicated, and it was just like, are you making a social network reference or anything, or no?
People say
just me.
that. People say that without Facebook.
I know, but it was just like they kept saying it, so it was just kind of, it made me laugh.
Are they part of the same universe? Is that what they're doing?
It didn't know.
No, that's why Mark Zuckerberg's gonna be the villain in the third one.
I liked the way they reconnected and like they made fun of each other because that's how boys are.
It's true.
They'll just
Hey,
they'll start
dick.
insulting each other.
You jerk.
It's hilarious. I love it when they do that.
Ugly
It's like the cutest thing.
motherfucker.
Is your hair still curly?
Does your face still have hair on it? You twat.
Maybe.
Yeah. You want to throw some rocks right now?
Yeah, skip
Yeah.
a stone or two.
Yeah. Psh. It's on the wrist, on the wrist.
Oh yeah, that part was so adorable. He was so cute there.
My favorite moment was when he was in the bed. And then
We have no
Chimney, what? That cracked me up so much.
It's a standalone movie, and I love being able to see a sequel and see if it's a standalone or not, because I was able to follow everything. There wasn't any part that was just kind of like,
I want there to be a recurring motif in these movies where every film he just finds another voicemail that Uncle Ben left. Funny
okay,
if every
now
film there was
Gwen
an Uncle Ben
Stacy
one.
is gonna
Yeah,
have left him something.
in the next
and he's
one, then-
gonna, yeah.
Well, they
I
already
see where
had-
you're going. Well, that was gonna be another thing from Beyond the Grave.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
What if that's the next one? Is they like resurrect her and she's a zombie?
Oh, dude, now Hollywood,
mean,
here comes
Mary.
the real rejects.
Is that who Gwen Stacy is supposed to be?
That's
Because-
exactly who she's supposed to be.
All right, then I have no problem with
Is
it.
it?
No, I don't know. I didn't read the comics.
Harry is obviously tortured. He's supposed to be. I keep using that word, but I can't think of a better one.
Covered in hair.
Yeah.
You
Why do they
know.
call you Harry?
It's
I
just
shave now. I have
Sorry,
hair
what?
covering. I have hair covering 90% of my body, except for my eyes. What? Harry Osborn.
Oh, I also really like that Aunt May was not so old in this one.
Yeah, that's a plus always.
Not like that.
Peter!
I felt like I picked it apart a lot, but I really, really enjoyed it.
Like, I'm recommending it. Like, it might not sound like it, but a lot of people who are recommending it are also saying, like, they're breaking up the flaws, but they're kind of doing just what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm bringing up all these flaws, but I'm like, no, at the end of the day, it's a pretty good movie, actually. It's still funny in the right moments. It's still heartfelt a lot of the time. The romance is good. The action is spectacular. I noticed when he saved Max, a lot of other fucking people died in order for him to save Max. Did he completely forget about the fact that Rhino just smashed into all these cars and they all flipped over and shit? A lot of people died because he wanted to play around and taunt Rhino for a while.
I like Philip, but that one montage where they had his song over it, I was like, something about Peter just doesn't seem like he listens to this kind of music at all.
Yeah, I thought it worked for the scene, but I didn't buy that he would be listening to that. It's like, is that why you ripped the headphones out?
What do you guys expect is going to be good from it? Yeah, you know it's going to be good. So this is a spoiler talk. So just because
This
we've
is
been a little
nitpick hour, you know?
just because we've been a little nitpicky doesn't mean it's not worthwhile. You know what? While we're on that note, why don't we give some reasons to see it?
All right.
I would say first reason to see it,
Mine
Andrew
goes for
Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker.
He's the anchor of this movie to me.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking sweet. Loved him a lot. If you want to see him cry, you're gonna get a lot of that.
The Peter Parker crying.
Good character-driven dialogue.
That would be number 2.
Number 2, alright.
We'll say writing then to make it more summarized.
I don't think the writing is always perfect, but what is good is definitely good. I would say reasons 3 through 8 are Rhino.
Yeah, he's probably
He's the most important.
It's
part of
almost
this
at the
movie.
top.
Yeah. I mean, he has the majority of screen time. It's really just a character
Yeah.
study about him.
Yeah, when he's on there, it's like you forget that Spider-Man's even in this movie, man. You're just so pulled in.
No, reason to see number 3. I almost feel lopsided in saying this, but I love Sally Field in this. And she stands out to me, so I don't know, is that fair?
Yeah, sure.
I just think she's great.
I don't really have an order for these. I would say part 4, or reason to see number 4 would have to be Dane DeHaan.
DeHaan.
He is...
Dane Cook. Peter! Peter, I'm dying of a disease.
Yeah.
I've got chemicals in my body. They're eating up my cells, and I'm gonna die.
What's number 5, Lexi?
And number 5 is the love storyline. It's good. It's
Romance.
realistic.
Well
The
done.
romance. It's real and it's raw and it's like very identifiable.
Reason to see number 6. You know, I think when he's on, Jamie Foxx is good. When it works, it works.
Dude, you brought it back to those In Living Color days, man. I would have to say reason to see number 7, action and visual effects.
Yeah.
Can't deny that they're pretty fucking sweet. Even though you walk out not really thinking about it, because that's not the real star of this movie. The star of this movie is the drama.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which I
appreciate that.
most almost.
I appreciate that too. I just thought it could use a little more. Do you have another reason?
Emma Stone. I liked her.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Yeah, Emma Stone.
She was funny. She was cute. She does what she does best.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, this movie reminded me, it was like watching Easy A meets The Social Network. Don't know why I felt that way.
It was like watching Rescue Me. So much
Intermittently felt like Rescue. I would say directing. Because he didn't write the script, and that's a lot to juggle, and for the most part, I thought he did a pretty good job.
The fact that this doesn't collapse.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that I was able to follow it, I bought it, it's good. You know, I had a good time.
You know, I get some of the economical decisions that probably got made, but the fact that if it ever started to lose me, it won me back so many times.
Yeah.
I would say art direction. If you look in each scene, like, you're not ever hit over the head with, like, this is where this character lives or where they hang out, or, like, especially in the Roosevelt area, like, that was very much locked in time and stuff. But it didn't be like, just so you know, this is not from right now. You know, it was very accurately done, very subtly done.
There's probably some reasons not to see.
Yeah, I mean, nothing major, but yeah.
It's a little uneven. Not uneven. It's a little, what's the word? All over the place? Not all over. Sometimes there's too much to...
Sometimes it tries, sometimes its reach outstrips its grasp.
We've covered most of this review talking about
Sometimes
what
its reach
might not work.
outstrips its grasp
Yeah.
with the amount of things they're trying to do, so not everything gets the full time you wish it could, I guess. I don't know how to describe that in like 2 words, but yeah.
I honestly think this is going to be the movie that I wake up to tomorrow and go, I wish I said this instead because I love this movie as I think about it more. Alright guys, thanks for checking out our review for Spy. This is over by the way, Lex. Why don't you go ahead, scroll that comment box below, and tell us, what other ways do you think Gwen Stacy could have died?
And once you're done with that, why don't you click on this button so you can see more episodes of our Reasons to See operation.
Last but not least, if you want to get updated every time one of our videos or reviews or whatever is out, subscribe! Click on Lexi to subscribe, people.
Yup! 2006.
Dude, Andrew Garfield's so cool. He's one of those people when I walk out of a movie, I go, I want to be this guy.
I walked out of the movie wanting to make out with that guy, so...
I know exactly how you feel.
I walked out with a little bit of both of those things.
Yeah.
This movie is brought to you by the 2 most confusing writers in all of Hollywood, because these are the 2 dudes who wrote so many Transformers movies, but also wrote the Star Trek movies, but then also wrote this. I'm like, I guess you could write a good script when you feel like it.
You know what was weird? The mid-credits of Spider-Man 2 with the X-Men Days of Future Past.
I
was like...
I don't know how you felt. I felt like Ralphie in A Christmas Story. I was like, really? A commercial? You teased us with the next Spider-Man. It was vague, but you teased us with something new in that one. You just showed us a trailer for fucking X-Men.
Yeah, you just showed us a 1-minute clip of the movie. That is what you've done.
I actually felt kind of upset. I was like, really?
This doesn't tie in to anything we just saw. It's not related at all.
It's not like the Avengers where it's like, here's new characters because, you know, they're gonna team up at some point or they're part of our universe. It's like, hey, here's Fox's movie too.
Yeah.
Like, are they making some kind of joint operation?
Yeah. They're going all Electro and Harry on us, man. See that? Reference the movie. I tied it back in.
Yeah.
That's what clever comedy is, Lexi. Learn
Yes,
it.
it is.
Learn it. Chew it up. Spit it out. Then rewash your mouth with it. Somewhere in there's a sex joke.
That's right.
That's right.
Somewhere in there.
All right, we're getting there.
We're getting there.
The ball is rolling.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. The ball is rolling.
The ball
we're getting
is
there.
rolling.
The ball is rolling.
We're in there.
Both of the balls are rolling now.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah. It's
Really hard.
It's a sex joke. Ah!
Oh.
Really hard. We nailed it. Oh, we nailed it.